Hello guys and welcome here to the Jello Cup Series race number 16 here today from the Darlington Motor Speedway. Today we present to you the Goodyear 400. I'm Brian here in the booth with you. Starting on the pole today will be Michael Collins in the number 6. And to his outside will be that number 2 of Dylan Young. And of course today is our throwback race. As you look kind of further through the field, you see some throwback paint schemes. Some teams elected not to run them, or I just couldn't find any, so my apologies. There are also some go-or-go homers that are running throwback schemes, but of course some of them didn't make the field, unfortunately, so they will be running them at the upcoming races at Daytona, Atlanta, amongst others. So you will have to tune in to see those, or even the All-Star break. So they'll be running them eventually. But with that though, let's take a look at those knockout qualifying results. We got Sebastian Bennett, Dylan Ibrahimian, Samet Ozkan, Nikolai Sykes, Tyler Rattray, Giorgio Stumu, and Tim Horton. They all have advanced to today's race. Again, those go-or-go homers that failed to qualify, they will run their throwback schemes the next time they make the field or at the All-Star break. Anyway, we're ready to get going. Michael Collins, he was your Coca-Cola 600 winner. Will he go back-to-back within 3 days? Or will Dylan Young be able to win his second race and sweep the week here at Darlington? Or will it be somebody else here under the lights on Wednesday night? We'll find out in just a moment. Let's roll the intro, and we'll be back with your starting lineup here from Darlington in just a moment. Your GCN presentation starts right now. Here we go, starting lineups on the left-hand side of your screen as we get going here from Darlington. Again, the 16th race of the season, not a double points race, by the way. The next time we come to Darlington, it will be a double points race, and then of course will be the playoff deciding race here, the the Cookout Southern 500. As it'll be Michael Collins, Dylan Young, they'll lead us down the front stretch. Green flag waves were underway. Caution's out. Michael Collins is the leader. The 10 of Carter Joey. Huge wreck in turns 3 and 4. Handful of cars taken out in this one. They're going to pit, so we'll show you the pit stops first. Again, just shows how valuable tires are here. You'll probably see him pit under every caution. Here we go. You see four, or at least right sides going on. Some teams elected fuel only. That'll give Casey Horton the race lead. And you see an issue for the 6 on the pit lane. Let's go see what happened. Turns 3 and 4 just so dangerous here. Look at this. Carter Joey just brushes up against that outside wall, catches the gap between the safer barrier and the concrete, and that just causes him to, of course, spin out. And again, it's such a narrow track here at Darlington. It's going to catch a lot of drivers here. There's the 00. He takes a hit from this. Then Giorgio Stumu right into the back of the 10. So does the 3 of Nathan Faden. A tough break for him. He lost a lot of ground here. And then, of course, there's where all the big stuff happens here out of turn 4. Just absolute carnage here on lap number 1. And that's where Nicholas Jawit takes the most damage. Mitchell Collins involved as well as Nick Martins, Charles Sanford. Tough break all around. Let's take you back to the green here in just a moment. Getting ready for the restart here. You see Carter Joey, Nathan Faden, Tyler Rattray, Sebastian Bennett, Diego Yepes, Nicholas Jawit, Nick Martins, all out of the race. It's going to be Casey Horton, Tyler Faden, Tim Horton, Scott Upton, Dick Clark, Zach Fitzwater, Ben Crouch, Lenny Florentine, Nikolai Sykes, and Max Anderson, your top 10. As the green flag will wave, we're back underway at Darlington. Boy, if this is anything to expect for when we come back to wrap up the season, this could be interesting. Again, this race is not for double points, as the race later this season will be. This is actually, I believe, the first time we've ever come to a track where the first race is not the double points race. And of course, this is the first time in ever really that Darlington has gotten 2 race dates on the Jello Cup Series schedule. Because again, they will be back in just a few short weeks when the playoffs are about to be decided. But of course, upcoming here on the Jello Cup Series schedule, Saturday night we'll be racing at Daytona. Then we head to Michigan, our doubleheader at Atlanta. And then, of course, we got the All-Star break coming up. That's one thing these guys are battling for, by the way, to lock themselves into the All-Star race. And then, of course, after the All-Star break, we will have the Brickyard 400. That'll be our next, or our second last double points race on the schedules. You see Tim Horton go for second. And he'll get it again. Turns 1 and 2, the place to pass here. Because that outside lane not very good around this track. And you see Tim Horton putting the pressure on for the race lead. He's one of the guys not running a throwback scheme here. But here he goes, looking for the lead on Casey Horton. The Hortons are battling it out. And Tim Horton comes out on top. Tyler Faden follows for second. Tim Horton. He's been a goer, go-homer most of the season. Actually, all of the season, for that matter. And he gets the lead here. As see, the battle for second is on. Casey Horton will get the position back. And now you see Scott Upton trying to follow for third. And they're going to go side by side down the back stretch. Oh, the one might have grazed the wall. he's going to give up the position to Scott Upton, who now runs in third in that Camping World throwback paint scheme. But for Tim Horton, of course, he's one of the guys who's been up top the all-time wins list in the Jello Cup Series for a really long time. And he's leading here by 5/10 over his sister Casey Horton. Tim Horton, 6 career wins, by the way. 1 more would tie him for second with Hillary Sanchez up top the all-time wins list. And I believe Nate Rattray as well. So again, it would tie him with those 2 drivers up top the all-time wins list. Or for second, rather. Zach Fitzwater, the all-time winningest driver, of course. And he's running in 6th right now, driving that throwback to Kevin Harvick's 2001 paint scheme. And of course, I believe he's last year's winner here at Darlington, if I'm not mistaken. So he knows a thing or two about winning here. I believe this was one of his 3 straight wins last season. Of course, Zach Fitzwater set a lot of records last season. And unfortunately not doing so hot this season, but he's looking to turn that around. Of course, they're all chasing Tim Horton. 1.3 second lead right now. Another thing to note about the difference between this race and the race later this season that will determine the playoff grid. You notice it says 59 laps. Of course, this race will be slightly longer at the end of the regular season because that will be the Cookout Southern 500. This one, a 400. As you see, that lead is just growing pretty rapidly. Could this be the day for Beaver Don Racing, who has struggled mightily to open up the campaign? Of course, Tim Horton struggling to even get close to the top 33. Then you've got Alexander Rowe, his teammate, running in 17th right now. He's been close to wins. He has been in the top 25 this season, but just hasn't gotten the win yet. Of course, he's also the former champ of the series. We mentioned it yesterday on the broadcast. The lap times are telling here. You saw Tim Horton ran a 33-second lap. That's almost 4 seconds. A little over 3 seconds off his fastest time, and that's just how much these tires fall off here. And we're going to have a lap traffic moment presented by well, maybe not. So, scratch that. As you saw, Samet Ozkan coming off the pit lane. Here comes the 07. And a bunch of others. I think I saw the 38 stay out. Dylan Ibrahimian. Doesn't matter, because he's just trying to get his lap back. Saw the 03 there, but 07 is in. Looks like some drivers short pitted, hoping to get some positions. Oh, Dylan Young's got some damage. He must have caught the outside wall. Got his Darlington stripe. See the 07 out and away. The battle for second off the pit lane. Dick Clark, Zach Fitzwater, and Fitzwater will get it. There's Casey Horton, by the way. Casey Horton short pitted. And the 17 will gain the race lead. Pitting a lap sooner, it's valuable here at a track like this where the tire wear is just so great. Again, a very tricky stretch of races, by the way. You see Dylan Young going a lap down. As mentioned, a tricky stretch here. Daytona is next. And that race could provide anything. Then, of course, you got Darlington. Michigan. Up next, a 2-mile oval. That could provide some interesting racing. And then, of course, the doubleheader at Atlanta. One race is going to be at night, while the race the next day will be in the daytime. So a very short turnover for Jello Cup Series drivers. That could be very intriguing. Before the All-Star break, but of course the All-Star break doesn't count for points. And here's a reason why these guys are pushing so hard right now to get a win before the All-Star break. Because, again, so one thing I haven't mentioned, I don't think yet, is that the All-Star race, there is no fan vote this season. It's going to come down to, in the All-Star Showdown, the average finish in the entire race. Of course, there will be 3 segments. But the best average finisher will move on to the All-Star race with the final seed. Even more reason to push hard here and try to win a race. Saw Skylar Martins get second. And how's about this? That 7 of Brandon Harris. He started toward the back, and he has worked his way up to 4th in that tribute car to Alan Kulwicki. Great run going for the 7, and here comes the 2, by the way. Keep in mind, he's a lap down on fresher tires, so that is, of course, why he is able to run down the 7 right now and get around some of these other drivers. Casey Horton for now, though, the race leader. Of course, the race leader this season, it'll be either 73 or 74 laps. I can't truly think of the number, but expect it to be about that long compared to this one that's 59 laps here today. Here's the lap traffic, and now it's going to be, let's put it up, Fitzwater's face lap traffic moment presented by Fitzwater's Angriness. And no contest there, the 00 will just get out of the way. But now the 17 is wedged in lap traffic. This could be good if you're Skylar Martins or Tim Horton. And you see the 38 coming in, it slows down these leaders. And this could help the 21 and the 07. Caution's out. And this will help them. Spin off the backstretch. And it looks like the 43 of Simon Davis gets a piece of this. So I'm going to take a wild guess. The 43 was the reason for the caution. 17's going to come in this time. I don't know why the 00's coming in. He's a lap down. He's not supposed to be pitting, or she's not supposed to be pitting. Here's the 17. See, the right sides will go on. And now the left sides. It's going to be a 4-tire stop. And there we go. 17's out and away. Let's go see what happened. Something goes wrong with the 88 of Parker Smith. Just look at this. He drifts up the track. I think he might have lost a tire there. And Simon Davis just nowhere to go except into the back of the 40 or the 88. And he goes for a spin. Big time damage for the 43. It'll end his day. And Parker Smith, a tough break for the 88 team at Hendrick. We'll take you back to the green here in just a moment. Getting ready for the restart. It'll be Casey Horton, Skylar Martins, Tim Horton, Brandon Harris, Trevor Collins, Ben Crouch, Alexander Rowe, Mohammed Zain Abdullah, Zach Fitzwater, and Tyler Faden. That'll be your top 10 as cars make their way through 3 and 4. Keep in mind the 38 Dylan Ibrahimian dead ahead. Let's get Zach Fitzwater's face on screen. Lap traffic moment presented by Fitzwater's angriness, and you see everybody's going to try behind to take advantage of the 00 being slow. Maureen Tayami, the lapped car. She's been very slow since that wreck. And just trying to stay out of the way. Look at this whole line of cars that's going to pick off the 00 here. Nice work by Maureen Tayami to get out of the way of these leaders battling right here. Meanwhile, dead ahead, the 38 not giving it up very easy, trying to stay ahead of the 17. Here we go, battle for the lead is on. Skylar Martins, Casey Horton. Keep in mind, what would it mean to win with the Wood brothers? Skylar Martins has been thinking that, I'm sure, since the start of the season. And one thing to keep in mind, how's about winning at Darlington with the Wood brothers, one of NASCAR's oldest tracks, on Throwback Week with the Wood brothers? That would be a classic. And here goes the 21. He'll take the race lead away from Casey Horton. She wouldn't put up much of a fight there. She just said, go ahead. Of course, turns 1 and 2, the easiest place to make a pass. You see some smoke. Someone was involved in a spin. I can't find anybody. And you see there the 21 going to pick off the 38. top two get around. Coming to 20 to go this time. Look at the lead that Skylar Martins has put on that 17. Back behind, you see a battle for third. How's about Brandon Harris? He is just coming up through the field pretty quickly here. And you see Tim Horton's going to lose a handful of spots there. He loses third, fourth, and fifth. Falls all the way to sixth. And that's just how it goes here. Passing in turns 1 and 2. You will lose all that track position. Lead down to 4/10. Here comes Casey Horton again. And we should have another cycle of stops coming very soon. Dead ahead though. Don't look now, but that's the 00 once again, a Maureen Tayami. And this could have an impact on the battle. And let's see what that does here. See, the lead's about a second. And I imagine he will catch. Skylar Martins will probably catch the 00 in turns 1 and 2 with any luck. Here we go, lap traffic moment presented by Fitzwater's Angriness. See right there, the 21 has caught the 00, and the good news is it'll be down the front stretch here. Oh, they're going to pit. 21 is in. A lap early. This is not a good sign if you're Casey Horton. Caution's out. Maybe it is a good sign. Looks like a wreck in turn 3. And you know for a fact all these leaders are going to pit. This might just be good news. If you're the 21 of Skylar Martins. Here comes the 17. Here we go. 4 tires. I imagine it'll be the last stop for the race leaders. Oh, this might be a close one off the pit lane. Here comes the 12, and no, it won't actually. The 17 looks to win the race off. Let's go see what happened. Just a rough go of it today for Scott Upton. See there, he gets hooked by Tim Randolph. Tim Randolph hits that gap again in the wall between where the safer barrier and the concrete wall is, and Scott Upton just gets the worst of it here. Takes a nice little spin. Tough break for the defending champ. He's had a rough day here at the Lady in Black. We'll take you back to the green. Getting ready to go back racing here, and you see the 21 and the 7 benefit from that caution. But one thing to note is in second right now, Brandon Harris, he started in dead last today. Can he go worst to first? That'll be the real question, is it'll be Skylar Martins, Brandon Harris, Casey Horton, Mohammed Zain Abdullah, and Trevor Collins in 5th. Put up Fitzwater's face. It's another lap traffic moment. 10 to go here at Darlington. Can the 21 hang on? Brandon Harris all over the bumper. We got 9 to go this time. Now you see a little bit of separation between the 21 and the 7. But here comes the 7 once again. And you see the 21 will protect that inside line. Exactly what he needs to do. Entering 1 and 2, because he gives up that inside. He's going to give up probably a first or a second place finish today. See, he can kind of hang out because the 8 and the 38 not really battling. They're maintaining pace. He doesn't need to work hard to get around him because you can see the 7 is having a hard time hanging with the 21. Here comes Brandon Harris. Good run through turns 1 and 2. Can he set himself up out of 3 and 4? He's going to set himself up perfectly. He's going to want to pull to the inside. He won't. 6 to go. And you see there the 7 had to lift a little bit. He'll try to set himself up again out of 3 and 4. Coming to 5 laps of racing to go. Casey Horton trying to get back into this battle. Casey Horton was in it early, but kind of lost the lead to Skylar Martins and couldn't rebound ever since. You see the 21 protecting that inside with 4 laps of racing to go. Man, you see that Brandon Harris is just putting all sorts of pressure on this rookie. But he's got to make something happen. 3 to go. He looked to the inside. He couldn't quite get there. And there's where the separation will come in. And now the battle for second is on. This could seal the deal. You saw the 38 come to the pit lane. No correction, he didn't. 2 to go. You saw the 14 peek to the inside of the 17. Again, once the leader takes the white flag, the race is over. We'll come out of 3 and 4 this time. The white flag is going to wave. It's going to be 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. Skylar Martins. We mentioned early he's racing for the historic Wood Brothers team, the oldest team in NASCAR right now. Racing at one of the most prestigious venues on Throwback Week here on GCN. And guess what? It's going to be a big win for Skylar Martins, as he's going to win today here at Darlington. Congratulations to the 21. He gets a big win here on Throwback Weekend. And I believe his first career win. Nonetheless, congratulations to the 21. The job well done. As we want to thank you for watching. We're going to show your results and your standings, and we'll be back on Saturday at Daytona. Until then, goodbye, everyone.